What's up, everyone? It's Zach here bringing you another Team Taste Tournament Report. You want taste? Today I'm bringing you my St. Louis Regional Report. It was a really great tournament. I played Vikabulu. I'm not going to go through the deck today. I did it on my last video and I just changed like 3-4 cards or something like that, but it's essentially the same thing. I added a couple field blowers, but I'll put it here for a second. So it was, I think, just a great call going into this unknown meta. Like, you never know how much new set's going to affect it, and I knew Vikabulu is just so good against so much of the old, and I'm so confident in playing it. So yeah, I'll get right on into it. So round one, I played against Noah Marshall playing Vikabulu. So round one, I get in the mirror, but he was playing Kikabulu, and I just kind of set up better than he did. He was struggling, so I don't remember if we went to 3 games. I don't think we did. I think it was pretty quick, 2. I might be wrong though, but yep, I got set up. I know game 2 I hit like 2 turn 2 Vikavolts, and then just kind of, when you get 2 Vikavolts out, you kind of just run. Then round 2, I got matchup against Kenny Brennan playing Zoropod, and had no idea what he was playing, but Kenny Brennan's a great player. I think I ended up being his only loss on the day. I think he went 8-1. So I beat Kenny Brennan. It was I punted away the first game. I Guzma to Zora, and I could have Guzma to Wimpod, and I really should have done that, and that came up to, end up losing me the game. So was paid for my mistake, and then just ended up being able to one-shot the Zorks the following games. And then round 3, I played against Michael Purdue playing Buzz Lycanroc, and it was a crazy close series. I think he took a close game 1, I took a really close game 2, and then he dead drew game 3. So it was unfortunate, but that's kind of how that series goes. It's if Vikabulu gets up and runs and does its thing, and they can't take out your Grubbins and your Vikavolts, then you can just kind of roll them over, because they have to hit at least usually 3 of their elixirs. So they have Sudowoodo, which is really scary with the E-switches to come out of nowhere to Nature's Judgment you, but overall it's a pretty 50-50 matchup, I think. So I took that down. So 3-0 going into lunch. I feel great. It's been forever since I started a big tournament 3-0. So get back from lunch. Round 4, I played against Demetrius Yedlin. I'm so bad at names. But he's playing Glaceon Zoroark, and this series lasted like 8 minutes. It was really unfortunate for him. He first started Zora and passed, and I'm like, Bridget, Horn Attack. He drew his next card. He's like, yeah, I'll go first. Just had nothing going on. Then the next game, he gets the turn 1 lock, but I have like a Bridget in hand and a Sycamore, and I get to just do things. I Guzma out of the lock at one point when I was dead drawing and got a Lele to go, and I don't think he might have taken 1 knockout, but he couldn't find double colorless that game, so it was really unfortunate for him. But so I end up winning, going up 4-0, feeling great about my deck. I'm running hot. I'm doing great. Then round 5, played against Will Mantho, who is a really good Volcanion player from Ohio. But he actually was playing Buzz Garb, and I took my first loss of the tournament. And it's a really tough matchup. I took game 2 off of him, but game 3 he just pulled it out. When they start turn 1, or turn 2 Garb, you just can't really deal with it with only 2 field blowers. Oh, and they're playing Fighting Fury Belts and Parallel City, so the field blowers needed to take off the Fighting Fury Belts, the Parallel City, and the Garb tool, so it was a really tough matchup. But wasn't that salty about losing that one. It was, close series. So then round 6, 5-1 or 4-1. So round 6, I play against Shelby Payne, and he's playing Duskmane Necrozma Magnezone. And game 1, he just dead drew. He hit Bridget, and then he top decks another Bridget. Like, it was really unfortunate for him again. But then game 2, it was a close game. I got the turn 2 attack off, and he missed the turn 2 attack, which is kind of how that matchup goes. Bulu can usually be more consistent than the Duskmane. So a lot of times you can get turn 2 Magnezone with Duskmane, but then you miss your 4 energies to attack, or you don't have the 3 if you're behind on prizes. So picked up that one, 5-1. Round 7, played against Sydney Morsoli. I'm so bad at names again. But she was playing Zork, Solgaleo GX Zork, and this deck was crazy insane. It was kind of seemed like a Zork Guardy build, but switch out the Guardies for Solgaleo GX. So she would try to get the Soul Burst set up to Solgaleos while drawing with trade. And then after you take 2 big knockouts of Solgaleo, you can just use Solgaleo Prism Star to load up the 2 bench Solgaleos. And, there was at least 1 max potion. And it was a really cool deck, but game 1 she bricked hard. She started Lele and passed, and then I got my bridge in, and then she passed, and I missed the knockout, and then she top deck and end, but at that point I was, I had almost everything going on for me. So, then game 2, she just hit everything and straight rolled me. Got the turn 2 Solgaleo with the Soul Burst and just knocked out. And with the 250 HP, Bulu can't really handle that quickly. You can't one-shot it, so you have to hit it, swing into it after the Soul Burst, and then they knock you out. And then you knock them out, then they knock you out. Then it's the race for the last 2 prizes. And then game 3, she struggled again. It was not setting up that great. And I just kind of got a lead. I knocked out a Lele turn 2, and then she traded into, or she needed a candy, and she had Solgaleo in hand, and she traded and missed the candy, and then she Dust Gathering Cosmog's attack to draw a card, and the next card was candy, so that sucks. But I think I probably would have still been able to take it if she hit it, but it just made the game a lot easier. So she thought that was the first time she dead drew all day, basically. She lost to a Volcanion, and I think, yeah, but it was crazy series. So at that point, I'm 6-1, so I need 1 more win in the next 3 rounds to make day 2. And then round 8 played against Kevin Baxter playing Passimian counters, and I wasn't sure what he was playing, and he flips over Passimian right away, or Coco, and benches a Passimian. I'm like, okay, I think we can do this, because Passimian really can't one-shot the Bulu. They use Mew in a lot of matchups to manipulate the one-shot, but his deck was crazy. It was playing only 1 team play Passimian, and it played the 3 of the Passimians that add damage to evolved Pokemon, or when you hit evolved Pokemon. So he was playing 2 Gladion, and it was just crazy. Game 1, he flying flipped me 3 times or twice, and I think twice with the Choice Band, and I ended up Tapu Wildernessing it, and every time he played a Remoraid down, I Guzma'd and Horn attacked it, so I knew he was playing the counter energy, so I was afraid of the Sudowoodo, and I was just playing around that. I let him take the counter energy prizes, and I knocked him back out, and just put myself into a board state where I didn't need to have Vikavolt out even. I'd get Vikavolt out, and if he would have Lysandred and killed it, I still was fine, because I'd be Nature's Judgmenting and not discarding any energies, because everything's, under 120 HP. So, ended up taking game 1. Game 2, he just kind of bricked. He said that was really the first time he bricked all day, but it was, I set up perfectly. Started, at one point I had 3 Bulus on the field when he had 6 prizes with 3 energies on them each. So, it was just a really good series for me. So, I'm 7-1 to make day 2, and it was 7-1. Yeah, 7-1, and I feel like I finally broke my slump. I, missed points at the 4 regionals this year, so that I've been due. So felt really great to be in day 2 again. Going into round 9, everyone was playing it out, trying to buff up their. We knew there was going to be a crazy amount of people that made day 2, and I think it ended up being 46 or something like that. So we, going into round 9, I go against Nanalie Champagne, who was playing Buzzgarb, the same 60 cards that Will beat me with earlier in the day. So I knew she was playing that, and I wasn't that confident in the matchup. But again, she took game 1, I took game 2, and there was a close game 3 that she beat me. So it was, ended the day 7-2. Really great day. Deck ran hot. It was just, everything Vikabulu needs to be. It was. I think turn 2 Vikavolt's crazy. There were 3 games where I hit turn 2 double Vikavolt, or 2 or 3, yeah. So it was a really great day for me. Feeling really good. Day 2, not so much. Day 2 was rough. Started off the day against Nick Robinson playing Vikabulu Mirror, and he was playing the standard Bridget build, and he went first, won game 1, I won game 2, he won game 3. So usually how that matchup goes. And then round 11, I played against Ryan Bruckner playing Vika Bulu. So 2 mirrors on the day. We're like cannibalizing ourselves. And they, what was it? I went first this time, got set up. He went, I won game 1, he won game 2, I won game 3. So it was another one of those, like, Vika Bulu mirror feels really weird. If both players know exactly what they're doing, it sometimes comes down to the draw, like whoever misses an energy or whoever doesn't set up. So I knew I needed like 3 wins to get top 32, so that was the goal. And then round 12, I played against Igor Costa, and I knew he was playing Zoroark Golisopod. So I'm like, ooh, I like that matchup. Good matchup. Was trying to avenge my loss to him in top 8 of Toronto last year, but so Igor Costa, Zoropod, game 1, playing it out. I get into a situation where I only have one Zoroark left, or not Zoroark, Bulu, and I'm like, okay, he has no energy on the field, no way he can respond to me, and so I Nature's Judgment knock out his Zoroark to go down to 2 prizes, and he responds with Mallow, trade, bench Sudowoodo, counter energy, watch and learn Nature's Judgment to knock me out. And I'm like, and had nothing, no Bulus left or couldn't get to it, or no grass energy, and so he took that game. Was frustrating, but, okay, so knew about that. Then game 2, I just got Bulu hands and kind of bricked. It was, like, I'm, like, trying to figure out how to play around the Sudowoodo, but there really wasn't a great way to. So he ended up taking that, so I'm, at that point, not good. I don't get another win. So round 13, I played against Andrew Ambolt playing the Glaceon's Garbodor deck with Lapras, and really cool deck. It's really clunky, it seems, but game 1, he goes first, gets the turn 1 Glaceon lock, and just like a Float Stone on a Trubbish and locks me out of the game turn 2 on. So quick game there. Game 2, I go first, get Bridget, everything I need. He goes and doesn't hit Glaceon, and I just like win, and I think he's conceded in like 3 turns or something like that. It was really close, or a quick game. Then game 3, turn 1 locked me out of the game. That's kind of how that matchup goes. So, yep. Then round 14, played against Miguel Jimenez. I'm so bad at names, and he was playing Garbodor, Espeon, Drampa. I think he had like the 1/1 Espeon in there. And I only have 2 Field Blowers. And he was playing 3 Parallel City. So like every turn he's like Parallel City, like, and I'm trying to get rid of that and the Garb Tool. And then I can't draw into the Garb Tools, and he just runs me over in 2-0. Another unfortunate matchup, but another one that I can win if I hit what I need when I need it, but it was just tough. And then round 15, played against Jordan Becks and lost to him. He was playing the Ho-Oh Turtonator, similar to the top 8 list, I'm guessing. And so I end up 8-6 for the tournament. Is that 15 rounds? Yeah, something like that. 8-7. Yeah, it was really unfortunate day 2, but I ended up breaking my slump of getting points and doing well. I ended up 43rd place, so could have been better, but missed out on the money, missed out on top 32, but I'm still fortunate to get that chance to play in day 2. Hopefully they sometime add money back into top 64, but until then, I'm still, it's still worth it to play in day 2, even though missing out points. All in all, the trip was awesome. We had a good car of people. We met up with a whole bunch of Michigan guys on Friday. All went out to eat, like 15 of us almost. But it was a great time. Shout outs to all of them, like Dylan and Solomon and Bodon and my brothers and just all of them. That's about it. Like I said, great trip, great time, great opponents. Had a blast with so many of my rounds. I'm a pretty talkative player when I play. I don't like to take it like the laser focus, not gonna like talk, not gonna, there's a time to be serious, but at the same time it's also nice to be able to like joke around and play. But yeah, next up is Charlotte next month. I'll be there. Not sure if I'm taking Bulu yet. I want to test out that Solgaleo GX deck. It was really good. So that will be an interesting thing. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the meta plays out. I'm sure there'll be more Zork Elisapod, and especially with it doing so well. Shout out to Natalie Champagne for getting second. That was an awesome run. That Buzzgarb deck was really good, and she played it well. It was just really good for the meta. But yeah, that's about it. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe, please. It's almost at 2,000 people, which is crazy. Never thought I would be anywhere near this. So thank you. I tried not to ramble on too long. I think last time I made a day 2 tournament report, it was like a half hour. So I hope you appreciate it being a little shorter. So, yep. Later, everyone.